Excuse me. So today is March 29th, 2026. What's everything going on in the government? Let me start it off by I have 5 security clearances. United States Navy, Michigan Army National Guard, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, TSA, and the EPA from 2009 to 2024. I've had 5 security clearances for the jobs I worked. That being said, I was laid off from my job, Thai Summit pilot program with Stellantis on May 16th, 2025. The program was pushed out for a year and a half due to the tariffs with Trump. Everything else has been going on globally and domestically. But also the irony of it is that I got hired to another job dealing with nuclear medicine and Romulus. That was back in November of 2025. At that time period, I got fired immediately. They flew me out to St. Louis, Missouri for 2 weeks of training. They flew me right back immediately because they found out there was a warrant for my arrest in Crawfordsville, Indiana. My brother-in-law, Joseph Richard Mann, who's Caucasian and doesn't have a GED, had a PPO put against me in Crawfordsville, Indiana in 2024 when my son had an injury at his house, my 5-year-old son. And I asked questions. Well, he got a PPO against me. I live in Detroit, Michigan, not Crawfordsville. I haven't been in Indiana since I played football at Ball State University back in 2003 to 2005. I graduated from Howard University in Washington, D.C., full scholarship when I transferred. He got a PPO against me in the court, which is a civil infraction at that time period. Civil infraction. No misdemeanor, no nothing. I have no felonies on my record, no misdemeanors, nothing. Except a DUI that's off my record. And that was back in 2008. I had a DUI and I was in college. And that was interesting. That happened in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Long story short, the judge didn't even look at none of my evidence. None of my evidence when that happened. And just said, I sent them about all of the text messages, including 3 separate police reports I made against Joseph Mann with Canton, Michigan Police Department during my marriage. When he was sending welfare checks when my wife was pregnant with my child, Krista Ann Means, who's the cath lab managing nurse at Henry Ford Hospital downtown Detroit. So I find out November 9th that I supposedly violated the PPO when I sent him a message on Facebook. So now I have a court hearing. So that job is gone. So I had unemployment because I was, also President Trump had Secret Service visit my house in Detroit on May 13th, 2025, pertaining to a post I made on social media. And 2 Secret Service agents, Brian and the lady. And then I get fired 3 days later. So all those events all intertwine into one. With all of that being said also, which is funny and ironic, is the state of Michigan, I paid my unemployment from May 16th, 2025 until it just ended last week. On top of that, I actually, it just ended March 29th. So it ended last Wednesday, the 20th something. So now I'm going on fewer interviews, but I still have interviews. Hopefully I get hired soon. Oh, and the Canton Police Department reported to Secret Service in May 13th, 2025, that basically, Randell made a post on social media. You should go visit his house. Canton Police Department had Secret Service come see me. And I live in Detroit. So now I have a court hearing on April 2nd, where I have a court-appointed attorney in Crawfordsville, Indiana, through Zoom, where she says they want me to accept a plea deal of 1 year probation to not contact him through Facebook Messenger, including I sent all the evidence, that text messages, threats he made where he said, I don't deserve my wife or children. He derogatory said my dead godmother that's tattooed on my arm. He, called her all types of names. It's just interesting. And he's Caucasian, no GED, last name Man, the Mann Act, who they got Diddy in prison for. So that's on April 2nd. On top of that, my wife filed for divorce. So I have a hearing on April 9th, 2026 for that. No justification, but she wants me to also just pay $244 a month in child support, and she gets full custody of my children. But the irony of that is she has $100,000 in debt already from her ex relationships, her schooling, education, all that stuff, but also her ex-husband, where she has a property still in their name together. And I don't know if he's sick or dead or what, and he's Latino too. I'm not Latino, but he's Latino. She has that debt. She's trying to tie me into $40,000 of debt as well of things she accrued, and the titles and stuff is in her name. But on insult to injury, she makes about $120K, $90K after taxes. The last 2 or 3 years we've been separated, I've only made probably, highest 60K salary, between 45 to 60K salary the last 2 years since we've been separated. But the insult to injury is that I sent $18,000 to her over the last 2 years for daycare, so many things, and bills, and it's all through Cash App, and I have all the receipts. So now I have to get a legal aid attorney until I get a job, and I qualify for a legal aid attorney to have this pushed out and mitigated on April 9th, where it may be another year or so we actually finalize divorce. So that's my 2 cents for March 29th, 2026. I love America.